what's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. We begin today in Paris, where Taiwan's weightlifters are looking to raise the bar at the Olympics. They've begun competing, with one already medaling in her event. Leslie Liao is in the French capital with the latest.
Taiwan now has 6 medals at the Paris Olympics. Weightlifter Hsing-chun managed to take bronze in the women's 59-kilogram event on Thursday. She managed to lift 105 kilograms in the snatch, then she lifted 130 kilograms in the clean and jerk, giving her a combined score of 235 kilograms lifted.
觉得有拿到铜牌也很开心呐，对，然后就是至少在这一届的59公斤量级里面，其实还是站得上颁奖台。
Guo finished behind China's Luo Shifang and Canada's Maud Sharon, who took gold and silver respectively. During Guo's final lift attempt, she had an opportunity to win the silver medal. Guo could have lifted 132 kilograms to overtake Canada, but she went all in and attempted 137, which would have kept her in gold medal contention with China. Guo is a 4-time Olympian and 3-time Olympic medalist. She won gold at the Tokyo Olympics, and Paris may mark her last Olympic Games.
就把它当做最后一届赛局嘛，然后也希望自己能够享受这样的舞台，然后当然就是跟教练说，就是不用管说现在是铜牌银牌，我们就是要就是最后一局了，然后想要拼拼看。
Also in weightlifting, Fang Wanling competed in the 49-kilogram event on Wednesday, but did not medal. However, during her competition, she broke Taiwan's national record for a snatch in her category, lifting 86 kilograms.
我跟家人都感觉到非常的开心，我们也很兴奋，因为是在比赛中突破自己。
With the addition of Thursday's bronze, Taiwan's official medal tally at the Paris Olympics sits at 1 gold and 5 bronze. Howard Zhang, Lian Lian, and Leslie Liao in Paris, France for TaiwanPlus.
With more on Taiwan's medal winners and what to expect in upcoming events, Sandy Cheese here in the studio.
Taiwan has bagged a total of 6 Olympic medals. 1 gold in the men's double badminton, and then 5 bronze in gymnastics, shooting, 2 in boxing, and then the latest one in weightlifting. As for weightlifting, that is all thanks to Taiwan's top weightlifter, Hsing-chun, who lifted a total of 235 kilograms in the women's 59-kilogram category. And while that is just 1 kilogram behind silver medalist Maud Sharon from Canada. This time is Guo's 4th Olympic and 3rd Olympic medal. Previously, she won gold in Tokyo, and before that, bronze in Rio. Meanwhile, Taiwan's only representative in Taekwondo, Luo Jialing, has been defeated by Letitia Awoon from Lebanon in the round of 16. During the match, it was obvious that she was affected by her ankle injury that she has been trying to recover before the Games. We take a look at what she said after the match.
就是觉得很可惜啊，对，因为其实也是准备了很久，然后大家也是一直都为我们加油，对，那最后也是很可惜，就是没有办法继续有下一场的比赛，对。
Later on Friday, we have weightlifter Chen Wenhui, who is set to compete in the women's 71-kilogram category. She previously got bronze at the Tokyo Olympics in a lower weight class. And then over the weekend, all eyes are on Lieyu Ting, who has her eyes on gold. She is set to compete against Julia Seremeta from Poland in the women's finals in the women's 57-kilogram category. No matter what she gets, if she wins or loses, for sure she'll get silver. And this also marks her as the first Taiwanese to make it to the finals in boxing. For more Olympic updates in the coming days, stay with TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for the latest update, Sandy. Looks like another successful day for Taiwan at the Games. Meanwhile, Taiwan Sports Administration is defending boxer Lieyu Ting ahead of her gold medal match.
所以我觉得我们玉田目前有国际奥会的一个背书，加上我们来参加的的确是奥运，那我想参赛资格没有问题。
Sports Administration Director Hsing-chun was referring to questions about the featherweight's eligibility to compete due to her biological sex. The dispute began after Ling failed an undisclosed test by the International Boxing Association in 2023, but the IBA was later stripped of its role as the governing body of Olympic boxing, and Ling was cleared to participate in Paris. She's now set to compete against Poland's Julia Seremeta in the final on Saturday. Taiwan's top table tennis players have arrived back home from the Paris Olympics. Zhang Zhiyuan and Gao Chenrui arrived in Taiwan on Friday morning. For 43-year-old Zhang, Paris was his sixth and possibly final Olympics. He, Gao, and fellow teammate Lin Yunru reached the quarterfinals of the table tennis men's team event before losing to Japan. Despite not winning a medal, the three seemed satisfied with their performance in Paris, especially Gao in the singles event.
第一次能在单打就能挺进到16强，也是非常开心，然后也会继续努力，给自己打85分。
Police in Taipei have arrested 7 Taiwanese nationals for selling their passports to Chinese buyers. The suspects allegedly sold their passports to a Chinese criminal organization that recruits Taiwanese sellers online. The passports would then be modified and used by Chinese nationals for illegal activities. A man's passport can reportedly fetch $6,000 and a woman's up to $7,000.
女性卖淫或者其他的犯罪行为，它的可获利性比较丰润啊，所以可能就是那个犯罪组织、犯罪集团说，哎，你以后会赚很多钱啊，哈，卖淫会赚很多钱，所以我卖给你就比较高一点。
Relatives of Vietnamese refugees killed off a Taiwan-governed island in 1987 are in Taiwan to call for their lost family members to be reburied. Though the full facts around what happened are not known, these relatives say they have come not for retribution, but to ensure dignity for those they lost. Louise Watt has the story.
It's over 37 years since soldiers on the Taiwan-governed island of Lieyu opened fire on a boat full of Vietnamese refugees. The military says 20 people died, including women and children, but relatives of those killed say the number was actually 24. This sensitive island, just kilometres from the Chinese coast, was then closed off to outsiders. But even under the rules of the day, the soldiers stationed there were supposed to arrest and deport intruders, not attack them. Those responsible for the killings were court-martialed, and the military has offered an apology. But questions remain about the full facts of the incident. Now, relatives of those killed are at the site of the massacre, accompanied by military personnel. They say they want closure and a dignified reburial for those who died.
Tôi không đến đây để nhằm mục đích lên án chính phủ hoặc quy trách nhiệm cho bất kỳ cá nhân nào trong vụ án này. Tôi tin chắc rằng chính phủ Đài Loan và nhân dân Đài Loan sẽ có hành động cụ thể để an ủi những nạn nhân trong vụ án này.
One member of Taiwan's government watchdog, Gao Yongcheng, says that's not enough.
我觉得家属有权利要求真相，国防部能够在这个6个月、半年内他能够再提出一个行政调查报告。
They say a new look into the killings is the way to answer lingering questions and offer closure to the relatives of those who lost their lives. Luffy Lee, John Van Trieste and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
U.S. Ambassador to Japan Rahm Emanuel put out an event to commemorate the anniversary of the atomic bombing of Nagasaki. That's after the city refused to invite Israel.
But I think it was a political decision, not one based on security, given the Prime Minister's in attendance.
U.S., British, Canadian, and French envoys were among those absent from the ceremony. They say not inviting Israel puts it on the same level as Russia and Belarus. Neither has received an invitation since Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine. Nagasaki Mayor Shiro Suzuki says its decision was not political. In Taiwan, soul guiding is a traditional ritual that used to be performed at funerals. It's been dying out, but interest was revived after it featured in a popular musical last year. Now, one of the few remaining soul guiding troupes has been invited to perform at the Cultural Olympiad in Paris. TaiwanPlus reporter Yu-Chen Lai has more.
Unique music fills this courtyard in southern Taiwan. In the dim light, members of the Fengzhongden spirit guiding group, dressed in traditional costumes, rehearse for the upcoming Cultural Olympiad in Paris. Fengzhongden means lantern in the wind and symbolizes the warm guiding light that leads departed souls to the afterlife. The performance, known as soul guiding, is one of Taiwan's traditional funeral rites. It involves singing in Taiwanese Hokkien, dancing, and storytelling. This practice is believed to help lead the soul of the deceased through the underworld. It also serves as a form of grief counseling for the living. Accompanied by an electric sanxian, a modern twist to a traditional three-stringed instrument, the troupe is performing a piece that tells the story of people who leave their homelands to come and settle in Taiwan. Originating in southern Taiwan, funeral songs were once a common burial ritual, but have become rarer as ceremonies were simplified, and fewer families today hire soul guiding groups. Fengzhongden is one of the few remaining troupes preserving traditional movements and music. Many young people in Taiwan didn't know about this unique tradition until a musical featuring soul guiding songs became popular in 2023. It quickly went from a fading ritual to a nationwide sensation, landing this art form a spot in Taiwan's Cultural Olympiad lineup.
咱台湾这个土地有足侪族群，在这几百年来族群的融合之下，伊有产生一寡在这块台湾土地生长出来的歌谣，也是讲仪式。卡蒙歌就是咱台湾非常特殊的一种办丧事的仪式，伊就是代表咱台湾人的感情，对亲人过身去迄个感情表达的方式，就是安尼。
The rehearsal tonight attracted a small audience, including not only Taiwanese, but also a French priest. Living in Taiwan for more than 10 years, Father Jean Dussanterre believes this unique art transcends language and culture and deserves to be appreciated by foreign audiences.
Moi, je les invite à observer, à se laisser un petit peu étonner par une autre tradition religieuse que celle qui est la plus répandue en Europe et en France.
The members of Fengzhongden have been singing funeral songs for decades, but they never imagined they could take their performance all the way to Paris.
相信这几年咱台湾在国际上的地位甲知名度嘛，有伊一定的存在啦。所以讲，希望讲这个演出会当吸引这的外国人来了解咱台湾无同款的一面。
The art of soul guiding may be uniquely Taiwanese, but the emotions it conveys are universal. Like a lantern in the wind, the warmth of the performance touches the hearts of people around the world. Alex Chen, PC Zhuang, and Yu-Chen Lai for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website and follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, take a look at these crowds in Paris watching the Olympic cauldron rising just a few days before the Games come to an end. I'm Ethan, take care, and I'll see you next time.